Welcome back. You're listening to the Tuttle Group Radio Hour. I am your host, Andy Tuttle, here with Dr. James. Boy, what a cool name.
Hey, thanks for having me on the show, Andy.
Hey, thanks for being here. So, Dr. James, I can call you Doctor. This is great. I'm going to ask you, I have some ailments actually my wife would like me to check on, but you are not just a doctor. You are a CEO and founder of Diamond Physicians. Tell us a little bit about your company.
That's right. We started 2 years ago, but the idea started about 7 years ago, and we are a membership medicine practice. And what that means is that we charge a monthly membership fee, no pre-medical conditions, and the fee is based on age. Kids are $45 a month. Adults start at $95 a month. The average price is about $145, the cost of a cup of coffee a day. And you receive unlimited visits, no copay, 24-hour access to your doctor. So my patients have my email, a cell phone. They can text. They can call me whenever they like. And we give away unlimited urgent care. So all your acute medications and procedures within our four walls are included for that one low monthly price.
So wait a second. Okay, so there's a lot there, first of all, because that is a radical shift from the way medicine has been practiced since I've been alive, as well before I've been alive, right? So let's start. I got to start kind of with some context from the basics. First of all, this is a very entrepreneurial idea. And I've met a lot of doctors, work with a lot of doctors, and most doctors are just not that entrepreneurial. What happened with you? Why'd you go into medicine, and what makes you different?
Well, I started out wanting to be a surgeon. And went through the university, went to Wake Forest University, went to Baylor College of Medicine, got into one of the most prestigious surgical residencies in the country at Cedars-Sinai in LA. And I think I always had that entrepreneurial spirit. My dad climbed the corporate ladder. He was a huge influence on me. And I think the first time I knew I wanted to be an entrepreneur was in 1992. It was my birthday, and we were at a basketball tournament, and Boys to Men, Jodeci, and MC Hammer were doing a tour.
What an awesome concert. Come on.
Great concert. And they let me on the tour bus. They were staying at the same hotel, and MC Hammer gave me an autograph.
Okay.
I took that autograph back to school. This was like 4th or 5th grade, and I made copies of it. And I laminated these copies in the library and made bookmarks. Right. So my cost was zero. I used the school's items. And I had a disclaimer. I told all the students in my class that, hey, this is a photocopy, but this is an MC Hammer special edition bookmark. And I sold them for $1.
Wow.
I made $32 in 15 minutes, sold out. And then I got called to the principal's office.
That is a win.
Yeah. I called my parents and told them when I did. And, they weren't that mad. I'm an entrepreneur. I had to give back all the money. But I knew then that I wanted to do something different.
I'll say, first of all, this is one of the problems with education today. You should have been maybe with some parameters, but I think you should have been able to keep that money.
Absolutely.
I will, if that happens to my son, as he grows up, he's only 18 months old now, I will be having a sit down with that principal, and I will definitely pay him the $32 back. I will make sure he is rewarded.
I appreciate that.
That's good.
So after I went through medical school and residency, in 2008, I was at Cedars-Sinai, and it's a celebrity hospital. They have a lot of celebrities, a lot of high net worth individuals. And that was my first taste of concierge medicine. I was taking care of a celebrity patient late at night doing some post-surgical rounds, and they asked me to call their doctor. I said, wow, this is an amazing concept, but how can I make it available for everyone and not just the super wealthy? So I went home that night after I got off call, and just the wheels kept turning. And I said, I have to figure out a way to develop a healthcare delivery model that is affordable and still delivers exemplary care.
Right. So how do you right now, so you say the idea is 7 years old, but you started it 2 years ago. And so right now, how does it typically work? You have people sign up, they're membership based, they pay $45 with their child, $95 average, $150 a month to get the medical care. Other than that, they come in, schedule an appointment as usual, and they go through the normal process, but they just don't have to worry about paying copays, but they're getting the same high-level, high-quality experiences they would get in today's market.
Way better. In today's market, it's a very low-quality experience.
Right.
When you go to your typical primary care doctor, you sit in the waiting room for 45 minutes. Mm-hmm. Then you go back to a cold, dark, sterile exam room, and you sit for another 30 minutes, and you're wondering where your physician is.
Right.
They come in, they see you for an average of 8 minutes. That's the national average of face-to-face time with your doc. You get a prescription, and that's the end of your visit. At Diamond, you come to our reception area, and I instantaneously come greet you in the reception area. Then we go to my office. We sit in my physical office and chat, catch up, establish rapport. Then we go to the exam room, do the exam, and then we go back to my office where we conclude, and I come up with a plan, a POA, a plan of action in order to optimize your health.
So how are you getting doctors on board with this? Because I would imagine for most doctors, it's a radical shift for them.
It is. Well, doctors are fed up. Primary care is going extinct. It's dying. Reimbursements are going down. Managed care is taking over. Physicians are burnt out and exhausted and are retiring or just leaving their practice and doing something else, going to law school. So it's not hard to recruit physicians. Our first physician is Dr. Shahan Chowdhury. She is at our Frisco location. Unbelievable physician. And she just clicked with the Diamond model and wanted to be a part of what we're doing, trying to change healthcare delivery in America, trying to deliver truly affordable healthcare to every U.S. citizen.
So let me ask you a question. When you talk about truly affordable health care to every American citizen, Jenny is here today, my show producer. Now, she's part-time right now. She's still going to school. So she got sick last week. We made a joke. Her little friend that was on her neck, she had a lymph node. It was like the size of a basketball. She's so tiny. It was so she had a fever of like 102 for several days in a row. And she went to the doctor. But since she didn't have medical care here, she used her dad's. What was your dad's? What was the medical? Tricare Prime. And so, but she couldn't get the doctors to work with her. Is that a situation that Diamond Doctor would have been able to handle?
Absolutely. And handle it instantaneously. The minute Jenny had a fever, she would have called her doctor directly. If it's during business hours, we ask you to call the office because we're seeing clients, but then we immediately call you back. But let's say it's after hours. You call your doctor, you have a discussion, and you have a plan right there. And if you need to be seen, doesn't matter if it's 9 o'clock at night, 2 in the morning, we come into the office and we meet you there and we assess the situation. It's unbelievable the quality of care that we can deliver just by cutting out bureaucracy, managed care, and all the inefficiencies of traditional medicine.
It's shocking, really, because, obviously the Affordable Care Act, we're trying to figure out a way to make healthcare affordable, but here it sounds like the private sector and you, personal entrepreneur, getting out there wanting to see people be better, but not having to have the bureaucracy and just can go with an idea and make it happen. And you're making a huge difference right now.
Absolutely. It's free market medicine. You pay a flat monthly fee, receive unlimited visits, no copay, and you have access to 80 to 90% discounts off all your labs and imaging. So I would have ordered some additional imaging for the neck, right? You got a huge lymph node. I want to make sure something's not going on with the neck itself. So let's say Jenny needs a CT of her neck. Well, with traditional insurance, you're going to pay your deductible. So if you have a $3,000 deductible, CT scans are going to run about, $2,500.
Right.
You're out of pocket 100% until you hit your deductible.
Yeah.
She's going to pay $2,500 for that CT. With Diamond,
she's fainting right now.
Yeah. With Diamond, $250 cash, negotiated rate that we pass on directly to our clients. I don't mark that up a cent.
I'll be honest, Dr. James, this is fascinating. And I'll tell you, we have a lot of business owners that listen to this show. And if you stick around, Dr. James has not only a fantastic service that he provides clients, but a fantastic business opportunity and model with the franchise model. And we'll tell you how that works next. Welcome back. You are listening to the Tuttle Group Radio Hour. I am your host, Andy Tuttle. We are back with Dr. James, amazing surgeon and entrepreneur extraordinaire. Really, honestly, during the break, blew my mind some more. Game-changing vision that you are putting into action for the way we take healthcare.
That's exactly right. We're changing the way we look at healthcare delivery models in this country. We're having a paradigm shift, putting the power back in the hands of the consumer. Free market medicine, cost transparency equals better care at a better price.
And what you were telling me, too, because we were like, how the crud are you profitable? And you're just lean. You just don't have all that extra expense that most doctors have.
Exactly. And we talked about the average doctor spending about 75 to 85% of revenue on overhead. And we spend 55%. So we got a 45% gross profit margin, which is huge for investors who want to invest in this type of style of medicine.
And I want to get to that. But first, I want to talk, and this is going to be a business themed segment here, because this is not just for the individual. This is not just for the part-time person or the person that is self-employed, that can't afford health care, you know what I mean? Don't have and so they need to be self-insured. This is for even companies like the branch I run or bigger Oak runs that may just want to change the way they do healthcare. So talk to a lot of small business owners out here of how your model can help them and their employees.
Absolutely. We help several firms around the Metroplex with their healthcare expenditures. And what we do is, it doesn't matter the size of the group. We work with groups with 2 employees up to thousands of employees. But what we've been able to do is put groups, let's say you have 50 employees. We put you on a partially self-insured or a fully self-insured plan. So you've got a stop loss. Let's say you put $300,000 into your insurance pool, and you have a reassurance plan that covers you anything over $300,000. Well, you're responsible for that $300K.
Right.
So every healthcare dollar that is spent, that's coming out of your pocket, and we help lower those costs 25 to 30% out the gate. You also get a 10% discount with your insurance program by teaming up with a direct medicine group like Diamond. So the savings they just compound. So we talked about the CT scan, but we can also get MRIs for $400 instead of $4,000. X-rays for $60 instead of $500. I even got a patient a PET scan, which is normally about $15,000 for $1,500.
Wow. And you also said that, I mean, you can, if you need to, for some of this stuff, you can do mobile imaging, and you can have them come to your office or your home if you have to.
Absolutely. Mobile imaging, $150 to have an X-ray team or a sonogram team come to your home or office.
This is it's just not the way we are. It fits perfectly with the kind of market and mentality of the American consumer, let me tell you. This is playing right to the hand. It's like, oh, we love this stuff. You're going to make it more convenient for me? We're busy professionals. We would love this.
Absolutely. More convenient and a higher quality of care.
And a higher quality of care, which is key. And I think that is definitely critical. So you're telling me, so for the business owner out there, let's say, so right now for a family of 4, my employees they pay a little less than I guess the average, but I know the average nationally is like $2,000, $2,400, right? For a family of 4 to get healthcare coverage.
Right.
You're telling me that even though we're switching up, let's say we switch up the plan and something like this, that you would actually can bring that cost down for the employee?
Yes, because what you do when you go self-insured, you actually go to a catastrophic insurance plan. So your insurance premiums go down. Then you add a 10% discount by pairing with a company like Diamond. So your insurance premiums have gone down, and then the extra cost to Diamond is in between $90 and $145 per employee, depending on the deal. We customize each deal for each group, and you have an all-inclusive plan. So you have an urgent care available for your employees 24 hours a day. Unlimited urgent care.
Doesn't even make sense. It really doesn't make sense.
Yeah, so you don't have to go to the ER for every little thing because you can't get in to see your family medicine doctor. It's 10 o'clock on a Sunday morning. The only reason people go to urgent cares and ERs is because they can't get in to see a doc.
Right.
The cost is 300, 400, 500% more.
Yep. No, that's right.
All those costs are taken away because you have a Diamond physician on call 24 hours a day for each and every one of your employees.
I was really sick a few weeks ago, and my doc was just booked. He's like, I can't. And so I was like, okay. So I went to an urgent care, and I was disgusted, by the way, with how much I had to pay. And my wife was like, well, we have this card you could have used. I was like, well, oh, geez, I didn't even know. And I was like, man, it was like $350. Right. It felt like a waste.
It's absolutely, it's wasting so much. And we spend 17% of our GDP on healthcare, but we don't have the best outcomes in the world.
No, we don't. So if you are interested in this, you're like, whoa, wait, stop talking. How do I find out more? Go to diamondphysicians.com, diamondphysicians.com, or go to our website, andytuttle.com. We'll have everything posted for you there, just like we always do every single week. You are listening to the Tuttle Group Radio Hour. I am your host, Andy Tuttle. We're here with Dr. James. Dr. James, let's switch here to the business opportunity that is out there. So we've talked about the individual. We've talked about how you help the businesses and keep costs down, not only for the employer, but also the employee, and give them better quality of care than they're getting now. All things, great product, great service for a great reason with a great heart in mind. Now let's talk about how all that packages up as a great opportunity for people that want to get in on the business side of this.
Right. It's an unbelievable opportunity. We are actually the first concierge practice in the country to implement a franchise model. So right now we have 2 locations, Preston Center and Frisco. I want to have 10 locations in Dallas, thousands across the country. So we're looking for investors and physicians who want to open Diamond franchises across the country, who want to truly provide affordable health care to our country.
If you want to find out about that opportunity and see if that's right for you, call 469-319-0660. We'll get you connected, 469-319-0660. Or just go to diamondphysicians.com and find out more about what Dr. James and his team are doing. So let's talk about, when you talk about the franchise model, do you mind if we get into some details?
Sure.
So as far as investors go, do you have a set minimum price that you need from the investors to start for the startup?
Yes. The startup price is anywhere from $300,000 to $450,000, so less than $500,000.
Yeah.
And that depends on the one doc versus the two doctor model.
Okay, got it. So what does that get you? All in.
That includes your franchise fee. That includes all your build out. That includes your working capital. So that's everything that you need to open and manage a successful franchise for 1 year.
And it gets you one, or like you said, one or two doctors. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah,
you get the one doctor model or the two doctor model.
Exactly. And obviously, the one doctor is less expensive than two doctors because you need more space.
Right.
We like a one doc model, about 1,500 square feet of real estate, and two doctors in a minimum of 2,100 square feet. We charge an 8% royalty, which is minuscule in our space.
Very small.
Most of the huge concierge conversion style practices charge anywhere from 20 to 33% off gross revenue.
That's right. It makes it very hard to make a profit for yourself as a franchisee, but you are making it very profitable for them and a very good opportunity to do the right thing for people and make it a good business.
Right. And what sets us apart from other models is that, we have three revenue drivers. We have the individual membership, we have our Diamond Solutions corporate memberships, and then we have a Diamond 360 advanced physical exam that is the best physical exam on the planet. Huge revenue driver, very successful for us. It's a combination of the Mayo Clinic, Johns Hopkins, what Cooper is doing. And we basically put it all together and have a wonderful executive physical. So, our model, it's proven. We've been here in Dallas for 2 years now. We've had exponential growth. We've opened an office in Frisco, and now we want to expand across the country.
That's super exciting. So the final thing on that, on the franchise model too, are you doing any kind of workshops or anything that they could get plugged into to find out more, or is the website the way to go? Is there anything else?
No, absolutely. Go to the website. We have, or email franchise@diamondphysicians.com. We have an entire business franchise development team that will qualify our candidates. We'll take you through the franchise process. You can learn more. We have seminars and webinars with more information. It's a several-week process.
Yes. Sure.
And then once candidates are qualified, they meet with me. We do a personality algorithm for our physicians. And again, we're looking for investors and physicians.
Right.
We want business savvy individuals who want to make the world a better place.
I love that. If you missed any of those websites, remember you can go to andytuttle.com. We'll have every link, everything you need to know to get connected to Dr. James and his team. Find out more about just getting insured yourself and just getting a better quality of care. Finding out for doing this for your employees and your company, or if you want to take advantage of the business opportunity as either a physician or an investor, it's all there for you. Go to andytuttle.com. We'll have it all lined out there for you. Dr. James, thank you so much, man. Really appreciate the time.
Oh, no, thank you for having me on the show. I enjoyed it.
Good. My pleasure.